I want to make a real quick video here. I just ended the first ever live stream chat I ever hosted on YouTube. And even though I did have some reservations about it, I have to say it was a resounding success. We had a full room of chatters the whole time in the live chat portion. And we also had, at one point I checked, like around 450 people watching. So it was a pretty good chat. I was really happy with the way it went. Now, one thing some of the people noticed, and some of the people said something about, is that the chat room seemed kind of young. That the people that were actually on the video chat seemed kind of young. And I will admit, yes, it was kind of a romper room version of a gun chat tonight. Now, that wasn't completely unintentional. I did want some younger voices in there. I wanted some new perspectives. And, you know, because let's face it, everybody gets tired of seeing the same old people like me say the same old thing over and over and over again. I'm more than happy to say the same thing over and over again, but most people just don't want to listen to it all the time. So, you know, I was really pleased to see that we had a chat room that literally, we had people from the age of 18, and I'm talking in our live section of people you could actually see. We had people from 18 to, well, 80 or however old G-Webs actually is. He never really tells me, I don't think. But, you know, at every one of those people, they were a young, passionate voice for gun rights. They were mature, they were articulate, you know, they brought a new perspective with them. They said things that I would never think to say. They said things in ways I would never think to say them in. So they really were a nice, fresh perspective tonight. And I really, really did like that. I mean, it was really good. You know, in the end, you know, people say, well, you know, what did I take from that chat, and what did I like about that chat? Well, here's one of my biggest problems in life is that there's people that are so negative. There are people that just want to look at the bad side of everything. You know, the kind of people that would look at things like social programs and say, instead of looking at the hundreds of thousands of people that bettered themselves through being able to have unemployment or able to have assistance with education. You know, they won't look at the positive. They'll look at the small minority that abuse an imperfect system, and they'll condemn everyone because of that small minority, because they're just negative people. And, you know, I really don't like that. You know, and what I really saw here is I saw a group of people that aren't negative, as we are. They're not as jaded as my generation. And plus, you know, people in my age group, let's face it, people my age are just now taking the reins in this country. There's people I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. And my generation is just now taking charge. And one of the things you hear all the time is there's the people behind us, they just don't care. All they care about is reality TV and video games and nothing else. You know, and tonight we just showed that that's not true. We had a whole group of young people in there, like I said, that did care, that gave a new perspective, that, you know, they valued the same things that the people my age value. Maybe we're not dinosaurs. Maybe the people like myself, maybe we're not the dinosaurs we think we are. Maybe we're not doomed to extinction, because maybe there's a group of people right behind us that not only do they share the same values we share, the independence, the self-reliance, the integrity, the things that my generation cherishes, the generation before us cherished. Not only do they cherish those things, but they're not burdened with a lot of the same negativity and a lot of the same prejudices that my generation is burdened with. So a lot of times, something like that, all it tells me is when we're fighting for gun rights, when we're fighting for independence, when we're fighting for our civil liberties, we don't have to be so negative and say sometimes, well, why are we fighting? Because the people behind us don't care, or the young people coming up don't care, because they do. And not only is the generation that's coming behind us, not only are they maybe as good as we think we are, maybe in a lot of ways they're better.